In this video, we're going to teach you how to use Google Analytics with Docassemble so that you can register views in Google Analytics of your Docassemble interviews and see how people are clicking through and answering things in Docassemble and what interviews they're completing. As you can see up on my screen, I've pulled up my Google Analytics account, which is currently mad at me because I haven't set up Google Analytics 4. I've already created an account. If you haven't done that in Google Analytics, go ahead and do that so that you can get to the next step. I've got Legal Tech School as my account, and this is an old property under the old Universal Analytics, which has now stopped processing data. I'm going to click up here on Create Property to create a new property to use with Docassemble. Under Property Name, I'm going to name it Docassemble. And I'm going to hit Next. Business Details. This is standard for Google Analytics 4. I'm going to say that my category here is Law and Government and that business size is small. Business Objective. These don't really matter as far as I'm aware for Google Analytics 4, but we're going to say we want to get baseline reports and examine user behavior. Now I've created my property. What I need to do next is to choose a platform from these options, and I'm going to choose Web. I'm going to use my Docassemble URL here. So I'm going to go copy my URL of my Docassemble server and paste it in. And then I'm going to say my stream name is DA, just for short. I need to create streams so that it gives me an ID code that I can use with Docassemble. With Docassemble, we don't really need to worry about these installation instructions because Docassemble is pre-built with the code that will do this for us. What Google Analytics is showing us is the tag that you would need to insert in the code of every web page on your website. But as I said, Docassemble handles this for us, and that's what we're going to be covering. So I'm going to close this out, and all I really need here is the measurement ID. I'm going to copy that and go over here to my Docassemble configuration. And just a reminder on how to get to the configuration section on Docassemble, go up here and click on your username and go down to configuration. In the configuration file, what I need to do is add in the Google Analytics ID variable. I'm going to do that here, and all I do is type in Google with a colon and then indent and put in Analytics ID, another colon, and I paste in my value from Google Analytics 4. So this measurement ID is all I need to paste in into my configuration file. I'm going to click Save, and the system will restart. And now my Docassemble instance should start registering page views with Google Analytics 4. You can see here that I've gone back to the playground on my Docassemble server. Over on Analytics, I've confirmed that the site is registering traffic with Google Analytics. I can see that in the real-time window right here. Under the regular reports, those haven't started picking up data yet, but I just want to confirm that things are working well. So I can see that there's one user in the past 30 minutes, and that's me. So it is registering traffic. But next what I want to do is set a way for Docassemble to send the question that the user is looking at to Google Analytics. The way that I can do that is with this ID field right here. You can see I've already put in ID for the first question in my interview and an ID for the second question in my interview. When I click Save and Run right here, when I'm on the first question, Docassemble will send that first question language to Google Analytics as the page path. So when I click on Google Analytics and go over here to View Real Time, and I scroll down, I can see here under Page View, if I click on that right now under Page Path, that someone is looking at first question and as well as second question, which I have already tested. So when somebody is looking at an interview, I can tell which pages that they're looking at which is super helpful for looking at how users actually use Docassemble interviews, what questions they spend a lot of time on, where any drop-offs are for people that don't complete the Docassemble interview. So a very useful tool. What I can also do here on the final screen is I can put in an ID of final screen. And now if I hit save and go to the final screen, so you can see here once I click through all of that, I've gotten to final screen and someone has seen it. There's a lot of complex and very useful things that you can do with Google Analytics as well as with Docassemble in Google Analytics, so I'd encourage you to check out the documentation at Docassemble's main site as well as the Google Analytics 4 documentation.